We're going to explore our causal will from the perspective of morality. Um, and basically, what that means is like, well, if we don't have a free will, a personal free will, then it's not really accurate to say that we have a personal morality. And what I mean by that is like when we talk about morality, we're basically talking about right and wrong and personal responsibility. The idea is that like we do certain things that are good, and we expect God or the universe to reward us for those things, or if we do things that are bad, we expect that the universe will punish us. And that does tend to be the way it works. But the thing is that it's not up to us whether we do right or wrong, good or bad. That's the idea. Um, Basically, when we um, when we do anything, any moral decision that we make is based on on our understanding, for example, of the morality of the issue. Take, for example, um, let's say a young boy. He's raised in a culture where stealing is, for some reason, you know, um, done. It's done. It's promoted. Adults, everybody, um, teaches that. And so you have a young boy who's raised in this culture, and all he learns is that no, stealing isn't wrong. Stealing is right. Okay, so this young boy, when he becomes a man, he steals, and he considers himself to be right in doing so. Now you have another person who was raised in a different background, a young girl, and she believes stealing is wrong. Okay, and then she grows up to be an adult and doesn't steal in general. Okay, now then the question becomes, well, like, is the first person, is the boy who becomes a man and steals to be blamed for his stealing, and is the girl who becomes a woman to be credited for not stealing? Well, again, if we believe we have a free will, we'd say yes. But to the extent that we understand that we don't have a free will, we understand that that boy could not have done other than to steal, because he, as a man, when he steals, he thinks he's doing the right thing, and everything that that's what he was taught. That's what he was taught. That's how he was conditioned. And with the woman, the same thing. The woman was conditioned to think of stealing as wrong, and so she doesn't. So the idea is that, like with morality, what we do, the rightness and wrongness of it, um, it's um, it's not up to us. It's up to how we were taught. If we're in a certain culture, we're going to believe that certain things are right and certain things are wrong. If we're in a completely different culture, we're going to believe that perhaps other things are right and other things are wrong. And we don't get to choose what culture we live in. We don't get to choose what parents we have, how the ethics they instill in us, what books we read in school relating to morality. So that is a good way to understand why we don't have free will,